Welcome back to Guided Notes, everyone. We're going to do lesson 12.3, linear relationships using slope intercept form. The learning targets for today is we're going to use equations. We're going to use equations to graph a line. And we're also going to be writing equations in slope intercept form. So slope intercept form, what you see here, is whenever an equation is written in the form y is equal to mx plus b. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept. So y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Okay, I'm going to write that down here. I want you to write that on your paper too. M is the slope, and then b is equal to the y-intercept. So if we have these y-intercept, if we have these two pieces of information, we can graph a line. If we know the y-intercept, where the line crosses the y-axis, and we know the slope, we can graph the line. Let's take a look at this first equation here. We have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 4. So for this, in equation form, the m, or the slope, is 1/2 in the equation. The b, or the y-intercept, is 4. So here is the m, this is the m, and this is the b, or the y-intercept. In our equation here, what we have, or in our graph, we're going to need to make an equation. The graph, notice it has a y-intercept right here at -3, and then the slope, we find some other points, seems to be a rise of 1, 2, 3, a run of 1. 1, 2, 3, run of 1. 1, 2, 3, run of 1. So we have so here our m is equal to 3, and our b, our y-intercept, is equal to -3. So then our equation we would have would be y is equal to our slope, which is 3, x, always put x with your slope, and then your b, or your y-intercept, is -3. So this would be the equation of the graph that's listed here. Let's try some more to practice. For number 1a, here's our m, our slope. Let's write that down. So m is equal to 2/3, and our b is equal to 3. So b is equal to 3. If we're given these two pieces of information, b and m of slope, we can graph the line. So let's start with our y-intercept. Always start with your y-intercept. It's easier that way. Put your point, put a point, the y-intercept, right there, and then you're going to find at least one other point. So you're going to rise. In this case, our slope is 2/3. Rise 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3. Put another point there. Let's go as many times as we can. Rise 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3. Put a point. Rise 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3. Put a point. Rise 1, 2, and that goes off the graph. So we'll go back, and then we'll go down 2, left 1, 2, 3. Put a point. Down 2, left 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Down 2, 1, 2, 3. So you can see this pattern continues to go on and on until it goes off the line. So then you're going to form and draw your line here. And it should form a straight line. If it doesn't form a straight line, then you know something's a little bit off. Let's do the next one. Here, now, we have, again, our m. Notice the m is the same. M is once again 2/3. What's different in this is our y-intercept, our b. B is equal to 6. When we graph this line, we're going to go to our y-intercept of 6, and we're going to do a slope of 2/3 again. So rise 1, 2, run 1, 2, 3. Rise 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Go back down. I go down 2, left 1, 2, 3. Down 2, left 1, 2, 3. Down 2, left 1, 2, 3. It should form a pattern. And again, your line here is going to be parallel to the first line that we put together. It's going to go through those same lines. Notice because our slopes are the same, our y-intercepts, our b, are different. Press pause and do letter C on your own. Number 2, we're going to get more practice on this. We want to determine the y-intercept and the slope. So for letter A, our slope in this case, is going to be 2. And our y-intercept, our b, in this case, is going to be 4. So to go graph this, we will go to where y is 4. Now we're going to do a slope of 2, which is really 2 over 1. So you're going to rise 1, 2 over 1, rise 1, 2 over 1, rise 1, 2 over 1. Go back down 2, left 1, down 2, left 1. You're going to keep following the same pattern, and it's going to form a straight line. When you have all the points on the graph down, go ahead and draw your line through it. It should form a straight line through all of your points, and that's letter A. For B now, we have our y-intercept. Sorry, our m first is -3, so m, our slope, is equal to -3, and our y-intercept, our b, is equal to 2. So to graph this one, we will go to where b, our y-intercept is 2, and now we're going to go the slope of -3 over 1. So a negative, you always go down first and over 1. It's going to be a downhill slope. And when you run off the graph and go up 3 and left 1, it's going to continue on the pattern, just going in the opposite direction. Connect all these points, and it should form a straight line. Press pause and do letter C on your own. And number 3, I'm going to do one more here. For number 3, we have another equation in y equals mx plus b form. So this is our m. M is always attached to the x. So our m, our slope in this case, is 1/3. Our b is always what's by itself. So our b in this case is -2. Let's start at our y-intercept of -2 and put a point there. Now we're going to follow the slope, which is rise 1, run 3. Our slope is 1/3. And we're going to put a point there. Rise 1, run 3. 1, 2, 3. Rise 1, run 3. When you run out of room, you're going to go back the other way. Down 1, left 3. Down 1, left 3. And it should continue to form a straight line as you go. Plot your line here when you have all your points connected. Notice it, and again, is a linear function. It forms a straight line. I want you to press pause and do B and C on your own. When you get finished with everything on these guided notes, please go to Canvas and do the IXL lesson to finish up. Thank you. Good job.